Hi all, this is Soundarya, and here I am. We are a team of 5 members. Here today, I am here to present our capstone project, that is a mobile app for informal STEM learning about local biodiversity and environmental issues. I will give a quick note why we came up with this idea. So, as well known, the biodiversity plays a crucial role in maintaining the health and balance of ecosystems. So, studying and understanding biodiversity is very important. As a result, we came up with this application which will provide information related to local biodiversity and environmental issues. So, coming to the next slide, these are the contents me and my friends will present today. After this presentation, everyone will have a clear picture about what a project is. So, coming to the next slide. So, we used agile development methodology while developing this project. So, where we develop project in sprints with each sprint of a week length. So in initial phase, we worked on gathering requirements. Our end product will be a mobile application which allow users to discover and learn about the biodiversity and environmental issues. This app displays all information about all species and habitats available in that area, and users can also filter this information based on animal, plant, water, air, soil, etc. So we implemented maps functionality where users can use their smartphone camera, microphone, or GPS to scan, record, or locate wildlife or environmental phenomena and biodiversity information in their area. So this app also alerts users about possible threats in that area. It also displays actions that users should take to protect the local habitat. So coming to the next slide, the main the main key requirement is map integration and development. So as our application is mainly involved with location services, we have to use and integrate maps to show local flora and fauna information. We need to use GPS for accurate local specific info. So to make an interactive application, we have to implement touch, pan, and zoom controls. The main features here are content curation and display is the first thing. Here we gather the data and filter it and keep data related local biodiversity here. Whenever user clicks on the location on the map, then display species, habitats information, add pop-up buttons and information cards for displaying details when user tap on a location. So coming to the next category, this is category filtering and search. Let users filter by water, air, soil, etc. As I said you in the previous slide, for specific info, making make find details easy with a search functionality on the map. Uh, One more functionality here is content curation and display plays a vital role here. So the future slides will be taken care with my teammates. So Sahiti Gunti will take the next slide.
Thank you, Soundarya. And now I will explain about the approach we follow it to design and develop our application. Basically, with our application, when users tap on the map, then we have a display the areas biodiversity information. So in our second phase, we concentrate on the data collection and browse it the internet and huge data like unstructured data related to the species, animals, and plants, etc. But our thought is like to simplify the information about the species and habitats. As a reason, we filtered the collected data. After filtering, we created our own customized data structure, and then we show only the important data only, and we save it this data in the JSON format, and we group it the data related species and habitats together. And whenever user taps on the specific location, then we will get the longitude and latitude data of that particular location, and we will fetch the data from the database with these longitude and latitude values, and display it on the application as well. um, Here that moving to the this slide is like we did a lot of research in while considering the tech stack for this application. For the front end, we did like with the help of the React Native, we used it as a mobile UI. And as a mobile React Native is the hybrid framework, as we know, with which we can address Android and iOS versions as well. We used the Node.js for the backend development, and DynamoDB as the database to store the data. And we use it Postman client to test the API and insert the data into the DynamoDB. We implemented like a Google location services API for the map rendering and GPS as well. And we use it the serverless AW Lambda for development. Coming to the architecture, this is the architecture we followed in this project. And here the client is the mobile application which is developed in the React Native. And when the user clicks on the particular location, then we will get the latitude and longitude values from the Google location API, and React Native will send these values to the backend JS through the API gateway. With the AWS Lambda functionality in the Node.js, it will query um, and gets the data from the DynamoDB database, and gives it to the back to the React Native, which is the client here, and displays the data to the user. Coming to the tools, we use it the Git for the version control and GitHub for the source code version management. Followed the proper branching structure and use the Postman client for the API testing, and use the VS Code as the IDE. And also we use it the DynamoDB to console to check the data, etc. Next, my friend Sushmita will continue from now.
Now I will discuss about the milestones. This followed and milestone structure. Two weeks which are in three milestones. In first milestone, majorly concentrated on requirements, gathering and planning. In this period, we investigated on biodiversity and environmental issues, domain data, and process of collecting data. Explore of Google Maps and location services and GPS functionalities, and interacting with maps, touch and zoom controls. Info related to tech stack and learn about React Native for mobile app development. Single code for Android and iOS. For milestone 2, we integrated Google Maps location services into React Native, completed Zoom, touchpad controls for interaction, created data model and stored it in S3 bucket and DynamoDB, finished backend development and rendered data from backend and displayed it in the UI. Coming to the milestone 3, we added additional features like live image capturing by accessing mobile camera, tested API data with Postman and worked on the documentation. Next slide. These are the app screenshots based on the search location, speeches, and you can use the location based on the latitudes and longitudes. Next slide. Here we can see that species and habitats information based on such location, species and animals. Users can select each module to know more information. We can see now app demo. So this is the home page of our app, and we can see course home page. Like we can go to the maps and use like current location based, Sahiti Gunti said, like we can take from latitudes and longitudes, and we can find the current location, and we can see we'll get like species, animals, about that. Yeah, and then we can plants, animals. So when we select it, it will show like information about that species. And we can take from from our camera, we can select the image and we can upload, then it will show about the information about that animals, anything. Yeah, this is the app demo. Now my friend Karthik Krishna will take over.
As we have seen the demo of the app, so after successfully completed the requirements with the data limitations like map rendering and location services integrated, touch and zoom features are also enabled on the map, GPS including GPS also, and it is also capable to capture images using mobile cam and also able to fetch information from backend and render on mobile app. Although there is a technical gap and less time, we were able to finish all proposed requirements. So as we have gone to feature scope, next slide. So coming to the feature scope, we can enhance the app to use the augmented reality and AI to find and suggest information about different habitats and species that helps in protecting the environment. For better performance of the app, gathering details about different habitats and species in various places. Also, because we only have a short time, we have simplified things to focus on capturing basic info about habitat species with a fewer minimal fields. So from next slide, Suresh is going to take over.
I want to share some key learnings and challenges we faced during this app development. Here, mobile app development using Native framework. Learn about Google Location and Map Services API is used to render the maps and its integration, and also gain knowledge on AWS serverless architecture and DynamoDB. Tested API with Postman client and learn code version using GitHub and code editing using Versus Code. And going to next slide, we what are the we faced the challenges are. Next slide. These are the some challenges we faced during project development. Getting domain knowledge and collecting data is our main challenge, as biodiversity and environmental issues is a huge topic. We focused on getting accurate domain knowledge. We did lot of research and discussions to overcome this challenge. Handling Google location services is one more challenge we face. Went through some tutorials and gained knowledge on handling Google location services, mobile app development, because none of the team members were experienced on this. Thank you.